Hello everyone, the professor here. How do we measure returns? Or how do we really measure stock price return or stock market returns? Let's see. Well, it's actually simple, the professor. You just Google it. What is a return on a particular stock? Go online, look at the newspaper, look at average returns, and here it is. I beg to differ. You need to understand there are two types of returns, two types of average returns. The first one that we usually use, called the mean, the average, or the arithmetic return, essentially says that, well, if I have a stock that trades at 50, it goes up to 100. Well, 100% return. Great. If the stock drops back down to 50, you have a negative 50% return. 100 minus 50 equals 50 divided by 2 periods equal 25%. So I have a 25% return. But hold on. I started at 50 and I ended with 50. So I didn't make any money. What's difficult to see in the market is usually not that clear cut. Maybe you'll start at 50, go up 100, and go down to 75, and you get an average. So it's clearly not easy to see that, wait a second, what do you mean I made 25% or 35%? I didn't make any money. So in this case, you didn't make any money. So when you use the actual return, it's a 25% return, and it's not real. I don't want to know the average return, the arithmetic return. I want to know the real return. I want you to tell me that I didn't make any money. I had a 0% average. Thus, we welcome you to the arithmetic versus geometric return, or better known as the CAGR. So for example, if you were to look at 2019, between 2019 and 2022, on average, the market returned 12.4%. Arithmetic return. Well, what's the geometric? What's the CAGR return? Well, it's more like 11.2%. It's actually a 1% difference. Well, 1%, big deal. Well, $1,000. Over 20 years at 1%, that's a difference between $1,000 and $1,200. It makes a pretty big difference after a while, almost a 20% difference on your portfolio. So what's going on here? Well, what the geometric return or the CAGR does, it takes in consideration the volatility of the return. And basically what it does, it takes your beginning value and it takes the ending value and the number of periods. I'm not going to go into the great details in terms of the calculation because, we're not math geniuses here. We just want to know what should I use. You need to use a CAGR because a CAGR shows you the volatility behind that return. Meaning that if you have lots of volatility, you could have a very big difference between your actual return and your average return. In between 2000 and 2006, for example, the S&P 500 accumulated return of 0.78%, almost 1% average return, arithmetic return, while the geometric return is actually minus 0.5. We actually lost money between the 2000 and 2006 period. So, what does it all mean? Well, it's quite simple. The fact is that they are not really telling you the whole truth. You think you know, but you don't. You mostly have ideas in the market of return, of how much money you're making, because that's easier to tell than not. What's more difficult, obviously, is what's really going on. And it's hard for you to know. Why? Well, because They're not telling you exactly how much money you made, taking into consideration the volatility of those returns. In fact, in the market right now, there's a lot more information about the actual return than the risk involved in those returns. And as an investor, you need both risk and return. You need to know the risk that's involved, and the CAGR provides that as well. So remember, you think you know, but you don't.